Welcome to Five Points Festival. My name is Rachel Davis. With me is the Amy Reeder, and you are watching Comics Verse. Hey Amy, how are you enjoying the con?
It's pretty awesome. I like it. I like that. I like that there's all these different fandoms and they're just getting together, and you don't know if they're gonna fight or get along.
Are we hoping for the fight or the getting along?
You know, as soon as I said that, I thought it'd be cooler if they fought, but they seem to be getting along.
Well, maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So, you're a co-writer of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and this is the first comic that you've written since 2003, correct?
It's been a while. I think it was a little bit later, but not by much, like 2006 or something like that. Yeah.
So what does it feel like both writing and also coloring, penciling, inking again? Like, was it like carrying all of those at the same time?
Well, I kind of spread them out a little bit. Like with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, I co-write it, I draw the covers, we have somebody else draw the interiors, and then somebody colors it, somebody letters it. But then with Rocket Girl, I'm just the artist, but I also ink it, color it, and letter it, and design everything. So actually, when you kind of combine them both together, it ends up being that I am able to do every part of the process of comics, and I love every part of the process, so it's been fun to be able to do that.
Wonderful. So Devil Dinosaur was originally created by Jack Kirby, like way back in the day, and the original Moon Boy was this white caveman, correct? Or the Moon Boy initially?
Yeah, he was a caveman, and he was just kind of a sidekick. So he wasn't really that major part of the story, but you know, it was for kids, and they didn't mind back then. I think these days we care a lot more about having humans in our stories and identifying with them more. So yeah, when we were pitching the story to Marvel, or when we were trying to come up with ideas, they were like, well, what if we could use Devil Dinosaur? And I was like, okay, a dinosaur or whatever. But then he was like, but also there was a Moon Boy in there, and we were thinking maybe you could just come up with a Moon Girl, like a modern girl, and have it all happen in modern day. And that's what excited us. So, yeah.
And what a girl she is. Lunella is this wonderful, precocious little black girl. And I was just wondering, like, was it like developing Lunella? Did she come to you all at once? Like, how was it like developing her in her world?
Well, it's funny you ask. She originally was a character in my mind that was an adult, but all other things were the same. She was black. She was kind of socially awkward. She invented things. She'd go around roller skating around the city and like solve white collar crime was my plan. But when we were talking about a Moon Girl, suddenly it just immediately I realized that it would be a perfect fit for this, and all I had to do was make her young, and that it actually worked better that way. So I just decided that was the place for it, because it's like, when you make a new character, especially in, like a Marvel universe or something, you might as well, like, introduce some, like, diverse characters, Like, you finally have the chance. You better do it right, So it made sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So getting to Rocket Girl, which was your successfully funded Kickstarted project,
Yeah.
you seem to really be attracted to fantastical elements in your comic books. We have Rocket Girl, we have Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Is fantasy a genre you're interested in? What's the appeal of fantasy to you and having that in your comics?
Well, it also is kind of sci-fi. It's kind of hard to say, but I do like the idea of world building and really kind of creating like something that people would want to dream to come true. You know what I mean? Like, in that sense, it is a fantasy. And, you want to think outside the box. If you do everything realistically, it's just kind of boring and sad sometimes. You can do it well, but it's fun to make some stuff up.
If you can have a dinosaur in your comic, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, and Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, the writing is really different. There's a lot fewer rules. We don't play by a lot of rules. So, if she makes a bubblegum gun that creates a force field, we can do that. And actually, that's much to the credit of Brandon. I feel like I'm a little too realistic. So he comes up with a lot of those weird things where I'm like, but that wouldn't really work. And it's like, no, this is comics. You can do whatever you want.
The dynamic duo, the two of you.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about your artwork is that your young girls are young girls. There's no like making them look like older women, and you feature young girls so much as protagonists. Is that a conscious decision to have young girls feature in, like to draw them as young girls?
I would say that, like, I don't mean for all of my, it seems like lately it's been almost all of my protagonists, and I don't think that that's, like, the thing I'm, like, 100% drawn to, but I do care about it, and I do really, really care that young people look like young people. I think that's really just because I'm really good with kids. I have worked with kids from all different ages, and so that sort of thing, like, really matters to me, having that knowledgeability of being able to draw things differently. And also in general, when I draw characters, you know, I want them to look intentional, you know, like each character looks really different from each other, from just, you know, getting their race right, or like to just like, oh, this character has a really knobby nose, or like, you know, really bushy eyebrows, you know what I mean? Like I really try to make them all look distinct. So yeah, I definitely wanted Moon Girl to look like a kid. Although I will say, to my discredit, that my niece, who is 11, she told me, she said, well, why does Moon Girl look like 2 years older sometimes? And I was like, oh, well, I guess I don't know the nuances as well as a kid would about the differences between age, because I thought that I was doing it right, but who knows?
Wow, your best critic. That is some good feedback for a little child.
Yeah, she's definitely a bit of a critic. But she's also Moon Girl's biggest fan, so there's that.
And speaking of your fans of Moon Girl, have you been approached by younger girls? Like, what has the feedback been like from children for the series?
It's been great, and it's only growing. I mean, Scholastic released their own copy of the trade paperback, and so a lot of kids are getting access to it at a really low price, which I think is great. Like, what I really love about it is it seems like adults really want to read it too. Like, this is really an age where we're getting over the not nitty-gritty, but just gritty stuff. People want to see stuff that's happy. I mean, that's why you see so many Steven Universe fans and stuff. So it's a time when we can actually make stuff happy for adults while still, like, introducing kids to comics, which is so important. So yeah, we've gotten some good reactions, and at the back of the individual issues of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, we've been getting fan mail, and sometimes we get really, really amazing fan letters from kids. And some of them come up with some pretty good ideas on where they want the story to go.
And where will the story be going as Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur continues?
Good question. Well, I will say that because I'm starting to focus on some independent projects, starting with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur issue 19, I'm stepping down. Our interior artist is the cover artist, and Brandon's just writing all of it. So it's really staying in the family. It will really, really feel similar to the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur you know and love. And I'm really excited for it. They're going to introduce a Girl Moon, a new character named Girl Moon, and it's going to be really cool. Moon Girl's going to go into space and make a new friend. So now that we've already done our whole arc that puts her square in the middle of Marvel continuity, we've decided, let's pull back, let's make this personal, let's make this all about Moon Girl. And because I think that's the thing that the fans have gotten most into, what's resonated with them, is really just keeping it focused on Moon Girl and what they love about her.
Oh, I cannot wait for this.
Me neither, because I get to be a fan. It's awesome.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Thank you.
For more interviews, as well as reviews, podcasts, and videos, make sure to check out our website, comicsverse.com.
Do it.
Yes. Again, my name is Rachel Davis, and we'll see you next time.